The podcast features a conversation between the host Tom Bilyeu and guest Zuby, a musician and podcaster. Zuby grew up in Saudi Arabia and the UK, providing him with a unique global perspective. The discussion covers a wide range of topics, including religion, culture, societal issues, and human nature. Zuby expresses optimism about human progress over the past century, noting significant strides in areas like racial equality and LGBT rights. However, he also acknowledges recent regressions in some areas. He emphasizes the importance of maintaining perspective and gratitude, cautioning against taking progress for granted. He believes many people lack historical awareness, leading to an inability to appreciate how far society has come. The conversation touches on the dangers of victim mentality and how it can be counterproductive. Zuby argues that while acknowledging past injustices is important, dwelling on victimhood can hinder personal growth and societal progress. He advocates for a balanced approach that recognizes both progress and remaining challenges. The discussion delves into education issues in the U.S., with Zuby expressing concern about declining standards and outcomes. He argues that Americans should have higher expectations for their education system, given the country's resources. He suggests redirecting government spending towards improving education, particularly in underserved communities. The conversation also explores cultural shifts in how success and achievement are viewed. Zuby notes a troubling trend of demonizing wealth and success, contrasting it with past attitudes that celebrated entrepreneurship and achievement. He argues for a return to celebrating hard work and accomplishment. As a Christian, Zuby shares his perspective on religion and its role in society. He believes religion provides a moral framework and sense of purpose that is fundamental to human nature. He argues that even in increasingly secular societies, people tend to replace traditional religion with other belief systems or ideologies. The discussion examines the potential for religious conflicts, particularly between Christianity and Islam. Zuby, drawing on his experience growing up in Saudi Arabia, expresses optimism about interfaith coexistence. He argues that most religious conflicts are rooted more in tribalism than genuine theological differences. Zuby emphasizes the importance of adhering to core moral principles, regardless of religious affiliation. He believes these universal values, like respecting human life and property, are essential for societal functioning. He argues that focusing on these shared values can help bridge divides between different religious and cultural groups. The conversation takes a sobering turn as it explores humanity's capacity for evil. Zuby discusses his recent reading about the Rwandan genocide, using it as an example of how quickly society can descend into violence. He emphasizes the importance of studying historical atrocities to understand human nature and guard against future occurrences. He argues that to be truly good, one must be aware of their capacity for evil. He cautions against naively assuming one's own inherent goodness, as this can leave people unprepared when faced with moral challenges. The discussion highlights how seemingly ordinary people can participate in horrific acts under certain circumstances. Zuby places great emphasis on the importance of truth and free speech in society. He argues that tyranny thrives when people are afraid to speak the truth, making honesty and open discourse essential safeguards against authoritarianism. He expresses concern about recent trends towards censorship and suppression of dissenting views. The conversation touches on the challenges of navigating complex issues in the age of social media. Zuby advocates for thoughtful, nuanced discussions rather than knee-jerk reactions or oversimplification of issues. He emphasizes the value of engaging with different perspectives and being willing to update one's views based on new information. Throughout the conversation, Zuby shares insights into his personal philosophy and approach to life. He describes himself as having low neuroticism, allowing him to remain calm in stressful situations. He emphasizes the importance of intellectual curiosity and being open to changing one's mind. Zuby discusses his commitment to honesty, stating that he strives never to knowingly lie. He believes in the importance of aligning one's actions with their values and being willing to speak unpopular truths. He argues that this approach, while sometimes challenging, ultimately leads to greater personal fulfillment and societal benefit. The conversation explores Zuby's views on success and personal development. He emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and understanding one's own strengths, weaknesses, and desires. He encourages young people to look to successful role models and learn from both positive and negative examples. The discussion touches on various cultural trends and challenges facing modern society. Zuby expresses concern about the breakdown of traditional family structures and the impact this has on individuals and communities. He argues for the importance of stable families in promoting positive outcomes for children. The conversation explores changing dynamics between men and women, particularly in dating and relationships. Zuby notes the confusion many young people face in navigating evolving gender roles and expectations. He advocates for a return to more traditional approaches in some areas, while acknowledging the need for flexibility and individual choice. Zuby discusses the challenges posed by social media and technology, including their impact on attention spans and mental health. While recognizing the benefits of these tools, he cautions against their overuse and emphasizes the importance of real-world connections and experiences. Zuby challenges simplistic notions of diversity, arguing that true diversity encompasses a range of viewpoints and experiences, not just surface-level differences. He criticizes what he sees as a shallow understanding of diversity in some progressive circles. The conversation touches on immigration issues, with Zuby emphasizing the importance of shared values in maintaining societal cohesion. He argues that while diversity can be a strength, it also presents challenges that must be actively managed to avoid conflict and fragmentation. Zuby shares observations about cultural differences between the US, UK, and Middle Eastern countries where he has lived. He notes both positive and negative aspects of each culture, emphasizing the importance of learning from different societies while maintaining one's core values. The discussion briefly touches on political and economic issues, including concerns about government overreach and economic policies. Zuby expresses skepticism about some progressive policy proposals, arguing that they often have unintended negative consequences despite good intentions. The conversation explores the role of personal responsibility versus systemic factors in individual success. While acknowledging the impact of systemic issues, Zuby emphasizes the importance of individual agency and effort in overcoming challenges. He argues for a balanced approach that addresses systemic problems while encouraging personal growth and responsibility. Zuby shares his views on entrepreneurship and economic opportunity, drawing on his own experiences as a musician and content creator. He emphasizes the unprecedented opportunities available in the digital age for individuals to create value and reach global audiences. As the conversation winds down, Zuby expresses cautious optimism about the future while emphasizing the need for vigilance against societal regression. He argues for the importance of learning from history, maintaining core values, and fostering open dialogue to address challenges. He encourages listeners to think critically, seek truth, and strive for personal growth. He emphasizes the power of individual actions in shaping broader cultural trends and societal outcomes. The conversation concludes with Zuby sharing information about his various projects and where listeners can follow his work. Throughout the discussion, Zuby presents himself as a thoughtful observer of culture and society, offering nuanced perspectives on complex issues. His unique background and experiences inform a worldview that blends traditional values with a forward-looking approach to addressing modern challenges.